Now, what is this CTE? Okay, I'll tell you. We have learned about group by, right? So whenever we use group by, okay, if with a statement, what happens is you just get to see all your details. I'll pick one of the example here. I'll just open file. Are you sure you want to discard? No, open in a new tab. Aggregation. Okay, so I think I have done here group by. I'll tell you the difference why we are doing this. Okay, so I have this command. Okay, so customer ID sum group by customer ID and order by. I'm doing something here. Okay, application has lost database connectivity. Continue. Okay, now you see I'm just seeing the results here. Okay, I don't have a rows result for this. Okay, I don't see any rows here, so it shows us 599, but I don't see rows here. Okay, so in group by it hides everything. Okay, now what is the use case of common table expressions is, okay, so what it does is common table expression, it's a temporary result set. Okay, temporary result temporary result set that you define, okay, using a query that you define at the beginning of the query. Okay, and how to use with a keyword called with. Okay, so with you will start with keyword. Okay, see in a database, I mean SQL coding and all you are learning, right? Nobody will ask you on DM1 DDL select statement and all. Okay, they'll ask you on CTE. Okay, CTE views, then schemas. Okay, these are the topics that you have to prepare. So mostly on CTE they'll ask you the difference between this and views. Okay, so I'll cover that also. So you will start with. Okay, so it's a temporary result set that you will define, okay, at the beginning of the query with a keyword called with. Okay, with means the syntax. Okay, how we write our syntax generally. So and CT again, you can think of it as a temporary named table that exists only for that query. Okay, it's a temporary result set, I said. Okay, or it's a temporary table. Okay, temporary table. Okay, now what does it help you? Okay, a CT stands for common table expression. Okay, I'll use CT short term. The CT helps you break a complex query into smaller, okay, and also readable format or readable steps. Okay, why do we why use CT? Okay, one, I can say it makes your query easy to read. Okay, I'll simply write SQL query easy to read. Okay, first point. Second point, okay, and it also helps you break complex. If you say, for example, if you have a complex query, okay, with 10 or 20 pages, right, you can bring that into CT, okay, common table expression, and then you can break complex logic into steps. complex logic in into steps. Okay, that is one. And next one is um, it will also avoid you repeating this same subquery. Okay, I'll teach you avoiding. I'll just write down what is subquery. I'll tell you. We have that also in our next. Avoid, avoiding subquery. Subquery is writing another select statement. Okay, within a, say for example, you write select star from, okay, uh, table. Okay, then again inside here, okay, you will write within bracket select star from xyz table. Okay, so this is the way of rewriting, right? The select statement within another main table, which is select star. Okay, we call it as subquery. Okay, so I'll give you all the definitions later. The topic is parked for next sessions. Okay, so what I was telling is avoiding subquery. So subquery is writing another select statement in main statement, that is called subquery. Okay, and what else? Okay, it uh, helps in Windows function. These are called Windows functions. Okay, don't get confused. If someone asks you what is Windows function, you can say CTE. Okay, common table expression is one of the Windows function. It's a temporary table that is created. Okay, and you start a syntax with. It's a temporary table. Why do we use it? It's easy to read, and it breaks your complex logic into simple, into normal steps where you can follow easily. Okay, avoid where you can avoid subquery. Okay, and it helps in Windows functions. Windows function, and used most of the time in recursive queries. Okay, wherever you have to do some repetition like a loop. Okay, these many topics, these many okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some hands-on. Okay, so we'll pick up the DVD rental. Okay, first syntax. Okay, how does the syntax go is with, okay, and then CT stand for CT underscore name. Okay, this is the name. You can give anything of your choice. Then you'll write as, and then you will write select column 1 comma column 2 comma, sorry, 2. Okay, this is syntax I'm teaching. Okay, column 1 column 2 from table underscore name. Okay, table name, and here you will write your where condition also. Okay, so this you will write and keep it ready. And how do you execute? Okay, you will say select star from CTE underscore name. Okay, so whatever the name you create, right, with before whatever the name, you will use it here. Okay, to call that function. Okay, here you will write all the logic and all. Okay, I just give you this one condition. You can have multiple condition, 10 20 lines you can write your code. Okay, 1 minute, I'll just save it, guys. Okay, so this is basically the syntax. Okay, so I'll just go to the next line for practice. Okay, this is very simple. If you sit and try to understand, it is very easy. Okay, so what we'll do is We will be using tables like customer, okay, okay, uh, customer, payment, film is there, film actor is there, then rental is there. Okay, so we will use all these things. Okay, for today's practice. So Windows function, like I said, it's a Windows function. Okay, used with CTE often. So Windows function, what it does, it performs calculation across rows related to the current row. Okay, current row also it does. Let's understand them in a simple language with few examples. Okay, so first I'll take the payment table. Okay, in payment table, I want to calculate total spent per customer. Okay, per customer, total spent per customer. Okay, language ID, name, and last update. Only three I have. Okay, how do I get that? Okay, how do I get that? I'll write down the query. Select, sorry, with I'll say customer underscore total. Okay, name you can give anything. Then I'll say as open and close bracket. Here you will write your query. I'll say select oh sorry, I opened a language, guys. Okay, payment. Okay, I have customer ID. Okay, then I have amount, so I can do a sum of this amount. Okay, customer ID, sum of amount. Okay, and I can group by customer ID. Yeah. Okay, select customer ID, select customer ID, comma. Okay, now I'll use the aggregation. We have already learned this: sum, average, min, max, right? So here in sum I will say amount. Okay, amount is already there here. Okay, amount, and then I want to give some alias here. Okay, temporary name, so I'll say as total spent, total underscore spent. Okay, it's a temporary name. Instead of amount I can mention as total spent. Okay, then from which table? From payment table. Okay, then I want to group by. I'll say group by customer ID underscore ID. Okay, group by customer ID. 1 minute. Yeah, customer ID. Okay, so let me run this first. Group by CSTO and your customer ID. Correct only. Maybe it's not in the space. Line 3. Syntax error at the end of input. customer underscore ID. Correct only, right? Customer total, customer ID, amount. So students. Okay, just let me run this alone. Okay, so I'm getting this result, but why this is not running? 1 minute. Some spaces, guys. Syntax error at the end of input. Character 106. Okay, I have to write the continuation. I forgot to select customer ID, comma, total underscore spent. Okay, now what is this total spent? This one. Okay, total spent, comma, then I'll use row underscore numbers, numbers. Okay, it's a number, not raw numbers. Okay, it's a function. Okay, row numbers, then I'll use numbers over order by, okay, order by total spent. Okay, total spent is nothing but amount. Okay, don't get confused, it's very easy. Okay, I'll write in short, total spent. Okay, I will use descending as row num. Okay, wherever you see as, that means temporary something, I'm giving a name. Okay, from customer total. Okay, what is that customer total? This one. Okay, so this is the CTE I have created, customer total. Okay, let me run this and execute. Okay, now you see we are getting the rows also here, row number. Okay, and we have 599. You can see your value. Okay, this is the way that you have to write. Okay, only thing here is you have to write your select statement, which column that you want to pick here. Okay, so if you see continuation after we completed this first part with total number as, if you see the syntax, where is the syntax here, with CTE name as select, you'll write your select statement here. Okay, and then you'll finish it here. Okay, open close. Now here, this section that you see, select star from CTE name, this name. Okay, it has to go hands on hands. Okay, you first if you first compile this, it will throw an error. That is what happened in our case. Okay, so as soon as it recognized with, it understood that it's a CTE function, common table expression. Okay, and it looks for the other part. See, that is where it is looking for this other part. When I select the entire script, entire code and run it, I get the result. Okay. So first what this is doing is our CTE first, CTE common table expression is calculating total spent per customer. Okay, total spent per customer. Okay, and then row number gives you ranking. Okay, now whatever the row number that we mentioned here, this is used for ranking. Okay, this guy is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So top 5 customers, these are your top 5 customers, and these are the cust ID. Okay, so that is where we are using this row number. Okay, that will pick up based on this total spent. Okay, you see here, order by total spent. And we said descending. Ascending means from low to higher number. So our require is, see, whenever we talk about sales and all, we go with descending only. Okay, not ascending from low to high. Okay, instead of high to low will go. Top five. These are the top five customers or top 10 customers. Okay, so very simple. This code you have to anyway I'll share it with you guys. Okay, so you practice it. Without practice, because in interviews only they're gonna ask you this one. Okay, so that is one. So easily you can get a ranking here. Okay, now we'll see the there is another one called rank function. Rank function. Okay, what I'll do is I can just copy this. I'll paste it here. Okay, select customer ID, total spent. Here instead of row number, I'll say rank. Okay, rank over order by total spent descending, then as row number from total. Yeah, from total customer. Okay, I need to add this also, 1 minute. Okay, now with the rank function also we got the same result. If you see 211, 208, 194, 91, 89. Okay, you can use rank and row numbers, it will suffice your requirement. Okay. Next we'll learn something called dense. Okay, dense rank. Okay, same thing I'll copy because it's all related to one thing. Okay, here I need to mention DNS dense underscore rank. Okay, here I can say total spent, right, as dense rank num. Okay, customer total. So we'll leave it as it is. I'll just change the headings in there. You see here. Okay, if you notice earlier we got some other number. Okay, I don't know whether you noticed or not. Okay, 211208. Yeah, sorry, correct only. Dense rank. Okay, slowly it will show the first, it will show what dense rank does is similar to rank but does not skip numbers. Okay, it does not skip numbers. For example, if you have a total spend 200, right? Say for example, we have another entry called 211.55. It will show another one here. Okay, so these are top one ranked. Okay, top two ranked, top three ranked. Okay, so right now, do we have anything here? See, 44, 44, 44. Okay, so in the other rank, you will see 44, 45, 46. Okay, something like this. Okay, 34. You'll find if there is a number similar to that, you see here, there's this. 25, 25. Okay, so this is called dense rank. Okay, this is dense rank. We have another one. Okay, tile, n tile. Okay, n tile function. What it does is it divides rows into equal group. Okay, it divides rows into equal group. I'll just copy the same thing. Okay, same thing. Here I have to type n type. Okay, and you have to pass the parameter here. Okay, I'll say 4, and then here I'll say okay quotile, 4 quotile or something. Okay, meaningful name. Okay, now you see it is dividing. Okay, it is by default taking out, so entire data that you have, it is dividing into 4 quotile. Okay, 4 I gave, so one, if you, okay, so out of this 599 it will divide in 4 quartile. Okay, these are all second quartile. Okay, so these are all very important, guys. These are the questions that they will ask, entile and all. Okay, 1 minute, I am not getting the ear drop. 3, and then you will see 4, that's it. Okay, so entile will split your data, divides your rows into equal groups. Okay, and then you can export this, and then you can follow along with your data. Okay, line chart, select x-axis, total spent, y-axis, quartile, generate, let's see, it's a flat. Okay, so this is 3, 4, because number is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It is not varying, so you will see a flat line. Okay, maybe instead of line chart, no, this is also not making sense. Bar chart. Okay, it is showing because the quartile that I'm picking up, right, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the reason you see here the bar chart, everything is coming flat, but you have to see whether the data is equally distributed or not. Okay, so when someone asks you, can you take this and distribute in 3 quartile, 2 quartile, or split it, right? So you can use entile function. Okay, so entile 6 partition I'll do now. Okay, if I go to the last one, I should see 6, distributing all your data into 6 buckets. Okay, 5 and 6. Okay, and then graph visualizer, I'll go here, and total spent, customer ID I can pick, and then I can total spent bar chart. See, this is coming flat. Okay, so you can see, 1 minute. Okay, so it is going down like this. So 6th one all low, you can slide, there is a diminishing here. Okay, it is coming down. Okay, this area is very small, guys. Okay, so that is the reason this doesn't look good anyway. Okay, so now you know how to split your data rows into uh, split your rows into equal groups. Okay, so this will give you the option called n type. Okay, this is one. I just save it. I'm gonna share it today so you can practice it. Now, what I mean, whatever we learned just now, what is it? Okay, what does it mean? Okay, group one stands for top spenders. Simple analysis. Group one is a top spender. Group four is a low spender. Okay, so I said four, right? Last one is lowest spenders. Okay, and this is very useful for sales analysis. Then if you want to do the customer segmentation, right? Customer segmentation based on location. If you have uh, XYZ company and they want to find out, they have locations in Mumbai. Okay, some are in within city, in the limit of city, and some are in urban areas, right? Remote areas. And then you can pick up those customer segmentation data based on the customer. You can see how it is performing and how many segments you can create, and you can pick top. Even in the urban, you can pick top customers, and you can apply some promotions there. Okay, next one is lag. One minute. L-A-G, lag. Okay, now what is lag? Okay, lag will get you the previous row value. Okay, I'll write the definition. It will fetch or get or fetch previous row values. Okay, it will fetch or get previous row values. Okay, so how do we write? Same thing. Okay, so I'll just copy the same thing here. Okay, okay, I'll same statement I'm copying again and again. Only thing is I'm changing changes here. Lag. Okay, now lag on what? Okay, you need to mention the column name. So I'll go with amount, numeric. Okay, you'll see a difference yourself. Okay, over per partition AMUNT amount over. Okay, instead of order by, I need to use something called partition. Partition by customer ID. Okay, customer ID. Then I'll use order by this one, and then I will give this as previous amount. Previous amount from customer. Oh, sorry guys, lag. This is lag, right? Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, select customer ID. Then we have payment date, right? So I'll use the payment date. Payment underscore. If you see here, we have payment date. Okay, I'll use these two for now, and then I'll use lag. amount table we have, okay, column over partition, then customer ID group, sorry, order by payment date. Yeah, here I'm making, I just copied that previous statement, right? So that was incorrect. Payment date, okay, payment date, okay, partition by customer ID, okay, as previous amount. From which table this is I'm pulling? Payment. So here I have to change to payment, okay. So payment, okay. Now you see here customer ID 1 lagged, okay. Partition, 1 minute, I'll show you. This is 2, okay. So you can see here, so what this result it is showing is the customer ID, okay. Say assuming this is one customer ID, okay. How many records we have? 14,560,596. Now same customer, what was the previous amount he paid? Okay, one time null as per our data. One time he paid 2.99, $3 and $1 here, okay. And which date was this? 4/4, okay. So you can see same customer, if there is a query where you have to pull out this customer details, what was the previous amount he paid? So this is the query that you have to use, okay. You have to use lag, okay, to get up the all the transaction of the customer, okay. You have to use partition by customer ID. This one partitioning means you have it will divide customer 1 2 3 as per our records, okay. So I know we have 14,000 means we have all the customers, okay. Customer ID, then order by payment date, okay, as previous amount, okay. So this is my previous amount, okay, as previous amount. So it is giving me the customer ID, payment date, and lag I'm using amount, okay. So these are the amount that it is putting, okay. You have to try this with some other this one, or you change here and there and learn, okay, because you don't have another database also, right? Okay, next one is, this is, hope this is clear, okay. These are all simple. Next is lead, okay. Simple. See, lag gets a previous row, okay. So what it will fetch? It will fetch next row's value. Simple. Opposite of this, instead of previous, it will fetch next, okay. Same thing, you copy, paste it. Instead of lag, I have to use lead, L E A D, okay. So here I have added previous amount, right? So heading I'll change it to next amount from payment table, okay. Now you see the difference, there was a slight difference here, okay. Now I have 1 minute. So what was the query is, okay, it shows the next payment amount, okay. So if you see this records, right, date you have to see 3/2/2007 18, okay. So he has used 10 also, no, not here, still here, customer ID 1, 5.99, okay. So next income you can predict is 5.99, or we have a null because we deleted some numbers and all, right? If you recall, I changed those, right? Null, okay. So what basically it does, it shows next payment amount, that's it, whichever is pending, and then he has to pay, So these are all easy tasks, guys. Okay. Then we have 1 minute. Okay, we have first value. Okay, what it does is it gets the first value in partition. Okay, when we do this is a partition, guys. For one customer one, these are all partition. Okay, so right now it gives a next value. Okay, now you get a first value. Simple, that's it. First value function. Okay, I'll write down the definition so that you can refer. So what it does is gets first value in a partition. Okay, in a partition. So same thing, guys, you have to use first value amount and then okay, customer ID here instead of let's see first underscore value, first underscore value, okay, over partition by customer ID, order by payment date, okay, as first first amount or first value. I'll put it on a label. Okay, so this is your get first value in a partition. See, in for customer ID, you see the first value that you have here is 2.99. Okay, so earlier we saw 0.9 and all, right, but it is now missing. So there is a logic here using all this function first value, get first value in a partition. Whatever the first value is there in the partition, it will pick those only. Okay, so in analytics when you do, right, so these are all the requests that you will see. Okay, so using these functions you can easily perform. Okay, same thing, you have something called last value. Okay, simple, it gets last value. I'll just copy this the entire thing to save time. I'll just change from first to last. Okay, and here I'll change last. Okay, so that labeling it will make some sense. Last value. Okay, here we are seeing first value. Okay, so these are the last value, which is 2.99. Now you see earlier the first value is 2.9 all entries. Now you see these are all last entries. Okay, what else we have? We have another one. Okay, sum over. Okay, what it does is it gives you a total. Okay, gives the total, overall total. Just copy, paste it. I'll say customer ID, payment, and I can say here sum of amount, okay, then over partition by customer ID, order by payment date, okay, order by payment date, description, this link, and I can say here running total, some name, okay, running total from payment table, okay. So these are all the total as per the payment date: 2.99, 5.98, 6.97, 7.96. Okay, now you see different values here. Okay, this is sum. Now same thing we'll do with over. Function over does not exist. Why? No function matches with the given over amount. Oh, sorry guys. Here we are using sum and here you are using over. Okay, I forgot. Okay, we are using both sum and over. Okay, and this is the bracket, this is a closing. Okay, I got confused. The same statement that we just ran, it has both sum and over function. Both gives the total. So now you see a difference in the number. Okay, now you have to understand. Now you understood why this common table expression plus this Windows function, we called it, right, work well together. Okay, it gives you the, it becomes see, whenever you write lengthy script, right, or code, right, sometimes it becomes very messy. Okay, so I'll give you one example. Just copy. Okay. So I'll take another 5 minutes, not more than that. We are already done for the day. Okay, so this is one query. Select customer ID, rank, over. Okay, order by sum is equal to amount descending from payment, group by customer ID. I'm just writing something like this. Okay, and I'm getting this result. Okay, now with CTE, okay, we have already written this. CTE, yeah, this one. Okay, this is normal query. It's CTE. Okay, common table expression. Just copy. Okay, with customer total as, so you have to always use with, and name of the your CT. This is your CT, common table expression. This is syntax as, then you will write your code here. Okay, and then you will select. See, based on this query, what you are doing is you are using rank, dense, lag, all these thing with one query. That is a beauty. Otherwise, if you don't want to write this 10 line of code and write, you have to write lot of query. I mean, I'm telling you, you have to write almost like 10 lines or 12 lines to get the result what we are looking for. With greater than comparison, this, that, and all. Okay. So this is very simple. Okay. So with the normal you just saw. Okay. Normal. You see, we are getting the ranks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But we are not getting row numbers. Here we are getting the with CT you'll get the ranks, total spent, customer ID, and all this information. That is the beauty of uh, this one. What do you call the? That is the beauty of common table expression. Okay. Hope you guys understood. Okay. So only thing is same code I'm running and changing the command here and there. Okay. So it's very easy. Spend some time in learning. Okay. And you can Google it. You'll get some more videos so that I mean it will clarify your doubts and all. Okay. And I'll tell you the real world scenarios. Okay, I used to use this in my office, and what are the scenarios that I can think of? Okay, when I want to find top 10 customers, or top 10 students, or top 10 devices, or top 10 application. Okay, that was causing issue. Okay, so using this rank function, I can easily filter it out. Okay, a function I use the function called row numbers. Okay, row numbers. Now, if you want to do some ranking on sales, okay, you can use the rank function. Okay, rank function. Then, uh, and if you want to find out a kind of dashboard, or I can say leaderboard, okay, without any gaps, you can use dense rank. Dense rank. Okay, we have already done dense rank this one. Okay, and you can publish it on your dashboard. Okay, it will look very good, guys. Customer ID, and you can see the dense rank. This is called a dense rank number. Okay, it will collect all this. See, there are how many entries are there? Two entries for customer ID 520. It will collect and put it here. Okay, these codes are very important, guys. You will get, only thing is you have to do some changes here and there. Okay, column name, and it takes a sum of amount. All this you have to look at. Okay, it will not take on categorical data. Some min, max, and average will not work on categorical data. There are two type of data: qualitative, quantitative. Okay, quantitative where you can measure. Okay, what are the two type of data that falls under quantitative? Discrete. Okay, and qualitative, it's a non-numeric one. Okay, or we can say categorical data. Like if you have a column called gender, in gender what options you'll see? Male, female, or don't know. These are the three values you get to see, right? Can you do some sum on it? No, but you can do count. Okay, count the bifurcation between all these three, or you can use this also. What is that called? Not density. Mm, what was the command, guys, in select statement we used to do, right? uh, okay, so coming back to this, another one is divide customer into category. Okay, how do you do that category? Entile. Okay, entile you will use for breaking your customers into categories. Okay, compare your previous. Okay, now this lag, right? Lag, where you can use it? Lag, where is lag? Lead, lag. Okay, this you will use when you want to compare previous month sales. Okay, so you can see same customer previously how much he made, or you have a agent instead of customer ID, you have a agent. Okay, so you want to see agent wise how much sales he has brought to the company. Okay, or how much revenue he pumped in. okay, to the company. You can see here statistics lag, okay. It will fetch or get previous rows comparison, mainly comparison. And if you want to forecast for next, this is the lead. This is what you're going to use, lead. Okay, lead is what you can focus on. Okay, these are all um, automated one, guys. Okay, we say in machine learning we need to predict, right? So these are the functions. So the formula already is written, okay, that does its own algorithm and fetches the next number. And what is the next number that you're gonna score or get? Okay, something like that. And then lastly we learned about running tool, which is sum over. Okay, running total. Again in CTE there are two types. One is non-recursive CTE, okay, and whatever we learned till now, these are all called non-recursive. Okay, and recursive is something used for hierarchical data, and then org chart. Okay, you can use it for org chart, like tree structure. You have a main branch, then you have another branch. Okay, so you have a director, below the director AD is there, below AD senior manager is there, and under manager you have all his lead and then his team members, right? So that is the tree structure. Okay, you can use those also, that also. Okay, so I will write one quickly. So the topic is HIERARCHICA, hierarchical data with recursive. I'll give some name called category underscore tree. Okay, these are CT I'm creating. Then I'll say as, okay, it will take open. Then I'll say select uh, custom category, CATEGO, category underscore ID. Okay, then I'll use name, then I'll say from category. Okay, so this is I'm pulling from table. Okay, next line I want to say select star from, I'll use category tree. Category tree. Okay, so this is my hierarchical data. Okay, now you see it comes the category ID. 1 stands for action, 2 stands for this. You have 15 categories. See, this is beautiful. It has full hierarchy. Okay, so this is one. Next one is same thing. Or chart also it will pull same thing. Okay, you don't have to do anything here. Okay, you have to use only recursive. That's it. So recursive and non-recursive. Okay, whatever recursive we have learned, this one. Okay, the above one, whatever we learned, dense, rank, lag. Okay, all those are non-recursive. Okay, clear, guys? So that's all for today. We'll talk new topic tomorrow. Okay, I'll just save this. Let me share it. What is the name? Common table expression. Okay, I'll share it. Just start practicing. Okay, so now see, easy part is done. Now tough part you have to learn. Okay, in interviews and all, they will not ask you select statement. They'll ask you logic. This one you'll get rank, dense, lag. Okay, they'll ask you what is CTE, and then it's temporary creation of a table. Okay, with CTE, and you can write complex query using these functions like rank, dense, then sum over, last value, first value. Okay, if you want to lead next month lead, you want to see how much revenue we're going to grow, you can use the lead function. Lag means previous. Entile, dividing entire sub group into equal, which we have seen, one group, two group, three group, like that we have seen. Okay, so always use four groups. Okay, that's the industry standard, but you have some categorization where you want to go for more, you can do 6, 10 and all. Okay, the more you add, what happens is the bifurcation happens at the ground level, and I mean, you have to do a lot of analysis on the data. That is what I can think of. Okay, so I've already shared, guys, so I'll stop sharing. So recording will be shared by Sahib.